Hello and welcome back to Path of Radiance 0% Gross. We are about to do Chapter 24. Our MVP for the bridge map was, unsurprisingly, Tanith once again. Apparently I spent a lot of money. I guess I bought a bunch of silver weapons. And of course, I will be back after doing some stuff in the base. Alright, so not a whole lot to talk about, just, I forged a silver lance for Tanith, which is what I wanted to do last chapter. I don't think she have to use it much, if at all, this chapter, but I did do that nonetheless. Unfortunately, there he is. Unfortunately, Har is not. I mentioned this last chapter, but Har is not capable of actually using silver weapons. So we don't have. I didn't even give him a silver axe, let alone forge one. But I mean, he doesn't really need it for this chapter anyway. So I'll consider giving him an arm scroll at some point if we want to do that. Anyway. So this is an arrive map. We have to get up to this target over here behind Joffrey and his little brigade of green units. We have 15 turns to do it, which is way more than we need. There's a couple of houses on this map. This one has a Nihil scroll, and this one has a Savior scroll. The Nihil scroll is like a nice to have, but not really mandatory, and I'm not going to be going for it. The boss, Ricard, is down here, and there's also just a whole bunch of other units. There's also these ballistas. There's just not really much reason to go for it. It's just more trouble than it's worth. So we're just going to be going up this way and then across here, and we will grab the Savior scroll, because that'll be pretty nice to have. In terms of who we're bringing, we got Ike, Rayson, Tanith, Har, Renalf, Stefan, Morim, Tormod, Torineo, Khalil, and Mordecai. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot else I need to say about this, I think, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is turn on the range of the ballistas. These are all the iron ballistas that have 15 range rather than 10, which is kind of annoying. And we're going to just start clearing out enemies. So our goal is to get Tanith to the arrive square. And mostly the rest of what we need to do is just clear out enough enemies that we can like safely move Rayson around. That's pretty much all we're looking to do. Most of the rest of the units don't really need to leave this, like, starting area. Oh. And a lot of the, like, firepower, if you will, that I'm bringing this chapter is semi-optional. Like, it just depends, like, whether I'm going to need it is going to depend on the exact enemy stats and things like that. Whether we miss attacks, whether we crit, that kind of stuff. Even the shove and smite stuff isn't actually like super important from Mordecai and Morim, just because of the way the map is laid out. So we're gonna now move Tanith up here, and we're gonna reinforce. The reinforcements, if you leave them on Rome, like to go straight this way and aggro this Wyvern Lord over here, which I do not want. Plus, I wouldn't mind having them absorb ballista shots. So that is what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we want to go direct. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. And then we're going to have Ike shove Rayson, which is going to be enough to get him up here to chant for Tanith. And based on doing this, Tanith now, if we count out squares here from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's no real need to like chant for her or smite her again unless we can get her a full 9 squares, which is difficult to do because there's no safe place to put Racing up here in general. So anyway, I want to check. So Tanith is doing 32 with the steel, forged steel lance. That guy won't matter. Let's see. That's actually 33 against this guy, which I think is a kill. Should be a kill. Yeah, that's definitely a kill. Against this guy, also 33. So no, that's not a kill against him. Okay, so we want to go ahead and use the steel, or the silver rather, lance. We also want this guy's gonna fire at her. That's whatever. But we want Tanith out of range of that guy. So, gonna this. Hey. And then stick Tanith over here, out of range of the guy with the Killer Lance. And then as for the rest of our movements, Tornado, come on up. Ormod's gonna park here, where he's not gonna get attacked. Turn this guy, well, actually it doesn't matter, because unfortunately turning ranges on doesn't persist across turns. Oh right, I forgot to switch these guys. Whoops, that doesn't matter. Morin doesn't transform in time to do anything. Oh, interesting. Oh, I forgot to turn off the that cavalry's range after I moved Racing. That's why he's going after Ranulf. That's fine. It's not until next turn, I guess, that the Holy Guard starts taking the ballista shots. But Ranulf takes like no damage from the ballista anyway, so it doesn't matter. Very nice, Tanith. I think there is, like, theoretically some risk that the units that charge the green units in the upper left will block Tanith from getting where she needs to go. But I haven't been able to, like, tell for sure in my best attempts at this chapter, so we'll see what happens. She should end up with, like, 2 different ways to go, so it would require that multiple enemies, like, survive and be standing in the exact right position, which hopefully they would not be. It also depends on how the green units move, in theory, which is... I don't know, which is, I mean, potentially annoying, but like I said, it hasn't actually come up yet. It just kind of scares me, the possibility. But we just hope that the green units kill as many enemies as possible, and that reduces the chances of anything like that happening. Nice. They're actually doing pretty well here because of that crit, despite the miss by the okay, well, of course they would have the halberdier be the one to attack that guy rather than the sniper. I guess it probably doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. They're doing the exact same as they did the last time I saw. Because they didn't actually put any damage on those Myrmidons. Again, it probably doesn't matter. Alright. We gotta talk about something while it's going on, right? So now we get 2 new units, Lucia and Bastion. I don't actually know if it's Lucia or Lucia, or even Lucia. Like, I mean, Marcia is Marcia, right? But I don't know. I don't think they say her name in that Radiant Dawn cutscene, but I'm not positive about that. Anyway, so if we look at her, she's like Tanith if Tanith were slightly worse and sword locked and foot locked. I mean, maybe that's a stupid comparison, but like just, I mean, in terms of her stat distribution, right? 15 strength, 23 speed. Actually, she's got quite a bit lower defense and res. So really, she's quite a lot worse than Tanith. And she also compares unfavorably to Stefan, of course, who's got more strength, more speed, quite a lot more skill, more defense, and more res. She does have more luck, so, you know, there's that. Stefan also has more HP, yeah. I mean, so, yeah, she's really arguably one of the worst units in the game in a normal playthrough. I mean, I don't have a sense, really, for how she compares to, like, early game bad units, because, you know, like, those... On the one hand, those have, like, better availability. On the other hand, like... I mean... Lucia's probably doing more at this point than, like, early game bad units, even if she compares very unfavorably to the good units that you have at this point in the game under normal circumstances. Like, I mean, just, you know, sort of by way of example, like, you know, okay, she can come in... Well, she wouldn't run around this guy if he hadn't taken 3 damage. But still, I mean, like, that's... You know, like... That combat looks a lot better than, like, early game Mia or whatever, or early game Rolf or something like that, right? But I mean, the fact remains that, like, her, like, she's gonna be quite a bit worse than most of your good units at this point in the game. So, yeah, definitely not normally a good unit. Now, in this context, I mean, she's all right, like. We're using Stefan, and she's not that much worse than Stefan. I mean, she is noticeably worse. Like, the 4 strength difference, it definitely matters. It definitely matters. The 2 speed, not so much. I mean, it can matter, but it, like, there's very few enemies that Stefan is doubling that Lucia isn't. But yeah, the 4 strength difference definitely matters when you're already adding that to being sword locked, foot locked. So, I guess, I mean, she's a unit. If I already had her in my party and I had the choice of deploying her this chapter over, like, somebody like Khalil or whatever, who I basically am just using to kill, like, 1 or maybe 2 enemies, like, I might have deployed her for that, but that's about it. So, yeah, not anything super special. And then we get Bastion, and Bastion is just disappointing. I mean, this is true in, like... I feel like in pretty much every context, from a gameplay standpoint that he shows up in Tellius. But yeah, he, like compare him to Khalil, who at this point has been available for, since, what, chapter 20? I want to say. I don't think she's available in chapter 19. Maybe she's not available until chapter 21. I'm not... Anyway, she's been available for several chapters. She has a significantly lower starting level. She's got 18 speed to his 16 speed. She's got 19 magic to his 19 magic. She does have worse defenses, but, like, who cares? Like, why is he slower than her? Like, that's just sad. And, of course, he's another knife user, which, great. He does come with a stiletto, so if you're using Volk, that's kind of nice, I guess. But, like, for combat, I mean. But, you know. He has Corrosion, which is, of course, like, completely who cares. I didn't mention Lucia has parity, but, you know, whatever. He has A-level wind magic, so that can be nice. Like, there's a Tornado Tone that you get at some point that he can use. I even brought it, I think, on Ike, just, like, on the off chance that it would matter. But, honestly, like... It's pretty whatever. Because Khalil can use the the blizzard that we got last chapter, so we don't need Bastion for that. So yeah, I mean, Khalil does well enough, like, but well, no, I was gonna say Khalil does well enough that I can imagine Bastion putting in a similar amount of work, but that's not even true, because the speed benchmark right now is such that Khalil is like just barely doubling things. 18 speed is doubling 14 speed. There's a lot of enemies with like 13 and 14 speed right now. Bastion isn't going to double any of those. They have to have no more than 12 speed. That's not nearly as common. Khalil's probably going to stop doubling soon, but regardless, the point is Bastion... Okay, so enough about that. So now we're going to want to get Tormod up here to heal, which he is going to need to get Smote to do. We also need to take out some enemies over here. We need to have Ike redirect the Holy Guard. Alright, we'll direct them here, I guess. I think we might as well go ahead and use Lucia to get this kill since we can. I don't know why her animation is so much slower than Stefan's. Alright, I think Har should be able to... Oh, actually, I want to check something here. So I think Har should be able to take this guy out. Yes. Alright, so we're going to do that. And then he's going to be in the range of one of the ballistas, just not both. And he takes like 20 damage, because they have 20, the iron ballistas, I want to say, have 20 base might. And he has 20 defense, so he takes like 20 damage. So, I mean, he should be fine. Like, this guy's an archer, so he doesn't have like the crit bonus. But also, he'll probably just shoot at the Holy Guard, so it shouldn't really matter. Anyway, alright, so... We need 3 spaces on Stefan to get him to take this guy out. We can probably have Renulf take out this sniper. Yes, we can. We should be able to get... let's see. Oh, and then there's this guy. That might be a job for Torneo. Actually, we're gonna do that. Let's, well, hold on. Okay. Okay, it probably doesn't matter. My hesitation here is that, like, Torneo is, like, a reasonable candidate to visit this house. And so I want him moving a little bit further forward, like, being able to smite him up and have him here. I guess it wouldn't actually matter, would it? Alright, whatever. Yeah. Alright, so let's shove... Oh wait, we need to... Oh, I did turn that guy's range back on. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we need to shove... And we need to... Smite... Stefan... And we need to smite... Tormod... And I need to check out the enemy range. So I'm going to have Tanith take out this guy, so he won't be a problem. So from here, got the heal on. It's good. Alright, we're no longer so concerned about Tanith being able to one-round these enemies, but it would still be nice. So I am going to check. She can do it. Okay, that. Without using her forge. Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. So then we're gonna want to stay out of the range of these guys. It's because we don't want to fight more guys than we need to. And so now we come up here. Next turn, Tanith can take out this guy on the way up here and then finish it out on turn 4. Meanwhile, there's not actually much that we need Racing to do. Mostly just get into position for next turn. I guess... Honestly, just gonna chant for Khalil and have her take like one step forward. A step which probably will not affect anything, but hi there. Yep, and they'll target the Holy Guard, and yep, that'll be a kill, but it's fine. We don't need them to actually fight. Yeah, if that guy cantoed, like, in front of Tanith, that would actually potentially be a problem. But he doesn't, so it's fine. The reason it would be a problem is because there's also the Swordmaster that Tanith is not going to double. At least, I don't think she is. I didn't check, but I've seen her fail to double him before. And so we need like Har basically to fly up and take that guy out to clear the way for Tanith. Ow. And I don't think there's any way for Har to take both of them out, or for, like, you know, to get somebody else up there this coming turn, so. Fortunately, not a problem. Man, step in the heal hedge, dude. Big brain plays from the green units to use their promoted dude to take out a guy with 5 HP. Oh man, they're really going after the guys out here and not the Myrmidons. Joffrey, can you please equip your lance? That would just be, like, super great. No? That could actually be really bad. This is not how this usually goes. Although, 21 defense, 20 attack, 21 attack. So maybe the Myrmidons will go after these guys because they can actually deal damage. And they might go after the snipers. It's the snipers, yeah, specifically. Okay, I can hope. I can hope. Okay, so... yeah, like I said, we're going to need to chant for Har. We don't really need to heal Tanith. She's taking some damage, but, like, nobody's really going to be able to fight her again, except for she's going to kill this guy, and she's got the full guard, so that's fine. Let's see, but we do want to put this on so that we can make sure we stay out of that basin. We're also not going to kill these guys, or this guy. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, if we want to do that, if we particularly care. fine. I mean, I guess it'd be some weapon rank. One, two, three, 6, 7. We can go. Yeah. Oh no! Ah, the frickin'. Okay, okay, it's fine. Oh my god. Panic attack. I forgot about the stupid elevation change, like that this qualifies as that. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Alright, Tanith. Alright, yeah, so now the only person who can get to her is this guy who doesn't really do anything. Alright. And at this point, we've pretty much cleared out all the enemies. We don't really, that we care to clear out. We don't really need to worry about that too much. Really, all we want to do is just get some healing on, or going with Tormod and get up to the village, or the house, whatever, up here. So who's injured? I know Lucia is, and Ranulf. Let's move her up here. Let me make sure I'm blocking them. We might try to get some more weapon rank on Har or something, but I doubt it's gonna matter. Alright, we can just leave these guys doing what they're doing. Back Stefanov. Doesn't really matter what we do with everyone else. I guess I am killing the Holy Guard unnecessarily here, but whatever. It don't matter. Ah. Okay, yeah. Going after the sniper. Phew. Should have figured they would. I guess I did, but it's still scary. Go, go, gadget green units. I haven't actually lost anyone, right? I forget whether this even gives you bonus experience. Not lose any of those green units. I want to say it doesn't. Whoa, doubling the promoted unit. Let's go, green unit. Man, they're cleaning up. They are cleaning up. Dang. We've killed that archer? Guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so we got Ranulf injured and we got Har injured, so if we want to double heal, that's an option. Tornado, get the Savior Scroll. And yeah, I think we probably care more about Har's weapon rank than, well... Nah, because we can give Har an arm scroll if we want to. Let's use the poleaxe. Rawr. Alright, well, good stuff. Good stuff. Wait, he wasn't allowed to chant for Har again. Does that mean he's on the river, but he can chant for... Yeah, I don't understand the elevation stuff sometimes. Well, regardless of any of that, I think we're done here. So that is chapter 24 in 4 turns. Hi, Black Knight, you're late. Anyway, thanks for watching. Next up, chapter 25, in which we get to see a Rolling Stones concert. So until then.